Hey guys, it's Max Convexity. Hope everyone's having a great night. This is the second time I recorded this show. The first time the audio was bad for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, so this time it should be better. Let's look at the stock index futures first. We're going to look at tracking error, stock index futures, and also the profit boxes for tomorrow. Alright, so stock index futures. NASDAQ's up a little bit, and ES and Russell are both flat. But here's NASDAQ. The 30-minute bar just turned up. I bet this thing gaps higher by the morning. I bet that's what happens. We'll see, though. All three of the indexes closed on their highs today. You know what I say about closing on the highs. It's generally a bullish sign, especially for the next couple of days. Not always, though. It did it there, and it was bullish there. But it did it there, and it was bullish there. It did it there, and it worked that day. It doesn't work all the time, though, but I bet it works tomorrow. All right, let's look at these profit boxes. QQQY. These guys sold 160 options at the 17,620 level for, call it $79. Take $79 away from 17,620, and you get 17,541. So we're looking for a close at least 541, if not closer to 620. That would give them a profit of 1.2 million, and it would take them to 54 cents on the month. That'd be really sweet after the way they started. All right, let's look at JEPI. These guys sold the 4930 strike 232 times for, call it $12. So take 12 away from 49.30. What do we have? It's 49.18, right? So we need to at least close at 49.18, if not closer to 49.30. If they can do that, it's 277,000. 25 basis point capture. That'd be very, very nice. Earnings per share is 48 cents. Running total almost 3 million. Great job, guys. Good comeback. Look how many days of profitable in a row they had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Today was the 8th in a row profitable for these guys. These guys are just killing it. What else do we have to look at? The IWMY, do we look at them yet? No, they sold the 2015 strike 477 times. They sold it for 1046. So you got to subtract 1046 from the strike price, 2015. Strike price gives you the max profit. Strike price less the premium received gives you the break even. So that's 2004 and 54. So they need a close above 2004 and preferably closer to 2015. If they could do that, they make 500,000, which is a 53 basis point capture. And it would be their 4th day in a row profitable. If they're able to do that, they would still be behind 29 cents on the month. All right, so let's look at the charts. This Russell's insane. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about closing on the highs? That is crazy. Look at this, though. Guess what closed on the highs yesterday and foretold this story? I thought SPX did. Maybe NDX did. I thought something closed on the highs yesterday. No? All right, I was wrong. All right, so now let's look at the tracking error. And there's not a lot of tracking error to go around. I mean, there's plenty of tracking error. But everything did so well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, things were up 4 and 5%. Look at Tesla up 4%. Tesla was up 2.29%. I mean, anytime you're up 2%, like NVIDIA or Tesla or Coney was up 3.7%, OARC was up 2.8%. Yeah, they all underperformed, but they were up so much, it's just hard to get that upset with them. AMZ was right in line with Amazon. Apple was outperformed a little bit, but Apple was the only stock on the board. Out of all these things I follow, Apple was the only stock that was down. the only benchmark that was down. Everything else was up big and super big. Look at Sky or Square, 6.17%. Sure, the fund only caught 2.12. I mean, that's definitely what you call tracking error, but it's, you know, it just, when anytime you're up 2 or 3%, you're still doing pretty well. MRNY was up 2%. Look at old TSLP, you know, the KURV Tesla fund was up. It almost caught all of the upside, whereas Tesla didn't quite catch as much of it. Tesla caught a little more than half, but just on a one-day basis. But on the, you know, on the basis of today, TSLP caught just darn near all of it. All right, so up here at the SPX high yield complex, or whatever you want to call this, the big performer was iSpy. And they all did pretty well, but iSpy was the big performer. Over here on the NASDAQ side, it was Triple QY was the big performer of the day. And FEPI did well too. QQQY did better on a percentage basis, catching a percentage of their benchmark. FEPI uses a little different benchmark. They use the Selective FANG and Innovation Index, which is a German company that publishes indexes. And it's an equal weighted, especially a FANG index with more stocks. It's like FANG Plus. It's an equal weighted index of 15 high-tech stocks. But it has all the FANG stocks in it, all the usual suspects, and then a few more. All right, so in the Russell high yield complex, we got IWMY was the big performer. Nice, guys. They caught, you know, a little less than half of the upside of the parent asset. Great job. Let's look over here at TRES real quick. TRES. Darn it, I had this open earlier. I restarted my computer after I had that sound problem on the last video. Darn it, what did I name that sheet? What did I name that sheet? My apologies. Gosh darn it, I made a sheet just for TRES. I thought I called it TRES. Huh. Well, let's do this. I remember because I just gave this report 30 minutes ago. TRES is back to even. It was down 10 cents a share based on its option prices. Its option strategies were causing it a 10 cents per share loss as of yesterday at the close. At lunch, it was only down 6 cents a share because the TLTs are rallying, and this is a long volatility position they have on right now. It's long volatility, and it's also long the market at the same time. It's long. It's a kind of complicated position. Hopefully you saw my video. If you didn't, go watch it. But I have the trade saved in here. Here's what the profit loss graph looks like right now. All right, so the dotted line is where the market closed for TLT, and you can see it's right at the edge of the valley of death. Whenever you're doing one of these long volatility trades, you want it to go way up. You want the market to go way up or way down, but you don't want to go in the middle. That's how this kind of trade beats you. In the middle, you have a valley of death. Anyway, this fund's been rallying. Jay and them must know what they're doing. Hopefully, if we get another update tomorrow, it's up 1.5% or something. If bonds are up again tomorrow, so that'd only be to 97. If bonds are up to 97 tomorrow, this would be a $30,000 winner. Or if they're at least up there by Friday, it'd be a big winner. I had a TLT sheet to show you also. Maybe this is it. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay. All right. Here's all their assets, and at the top it's the usual suspects. It's just Treasury bills and notes. That they do nothing for me. I don't even care about any of that stuff. Although that one pays 3%. I mean, that's pretty good. But anyway, then they have four options. Two of the options are bought 650 times. Two of the options are sold 325 times. This is a big, it's called a double diagonal. Or it could also be thought of as, it can be thought of as a lot of things, but let's just think of it as a double diagonal with a ratio aspect to it, because the options that are bought, you have twice as many of those as the ones that are sold. So this is just the option. I put the option prices in here every day. So the option, they sold this option at $1.64. I'm sorry, they bought this option for $1.64. Today it was at, or yesterday on the close is at $1.40. So they actually lost a little bit of money on that option, and it's still at $1.40 today. The one they're making on is they sold this option for $1.69. It's all the way down to $1.47. So that's good money. They sold this option for 85 bucks. It's down to 76. So that's good money too. But then they're taking a small loss on these options they bought. But overall, the position's back to even. So I'll keep track of this, and I'll be back tomorrow. Let's take one more look at futures before I let you go. See what's up. Yeah, they're blowing up. Watch. NASDAQ. I don't. It's not really blowing up, only up 12 basis points. But I'm telling you, by the morning, this will be a gap up, my prediction. And then I bet tomorrow's a big up day. All right, guys, have a great day or have a great night, and I'll be back with you at about 8:30 or 9 in the morning, and we'll see where we're at on all these different things. Thank you very much. Have a great day.